or any data set that has numbers in it. So if you talk about numerical data and the applications of numerical data analysis, or there are various versions of applications of machine learning in numerical data. This is numerical data. Though we think image is a certain type of data, if we look deep into the image, what happens is every image consists of pixels. Every image consists of pixels. These pixels also numbers only. So though we are saying this is image processing, honestly behind the scenes what we will be doing is numerical analysis only. Though we are analyzing images, each image has pixel values. Each pixel is nothing but a number. If it is a color image, it will be a number between 0 and 255 RGB. You might have heard about it. Now this is a black and white image. That's why it's a number between -1 to +1 grayscale. So image data is also similar to numerical data. Video data, though we see that as a video, every video is cut into different frames. I think those who know about cameras and work with videos, they would know that a video is nothing but arrangement of all the frames, which is nothing but images, which means image video processing is also similar to image processing is similar to numerical data only because image contains numbers only. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is no matter what is the application, at the end of the day we are going to use mathematics on it. Okay, we are going to use some computation on it. Even text data, to analyze it, we convert it to numericals in some techniques and then analyze it. So let us see some of the applications of machine learning. Credit card default loan predictions. You might have seen, like, or you might have used it, some of you. Credit card. So before giving a credit card or a loan or a home loan, what banks do is they want to assess the risk associated with a person. Now the risk associated with one person is not same as the risk associated with a different person. So we look at their credit history and then predict whether this person is going to pay back or not. If there is a less chance for paying back, if there's a high chance for him to take the loan and not pay back, then we don't give him the loan. So that is known as credit score. Credit score is an application of one of the applications of machine learning. In fact, when you do an online transaction, every transaction goes through something called fraud detection model. If at all the transaction is fraudulent or not will be decided later only. The transaction will go through. That is another application. Credit card default prediction, fraud transaction prediction, spam filtering in the email. Some of the mails will be automatically filtered as spam. That is another application of machine learning. We use the historical data. It's not that out of blue we directly predict them as spam. We use the historical data. Based on the historical data, we detect the patterns. If the patterns are matching, then we tend to say this is a spam mail. Identifying sales leads, who will buy the product or not buy the product. Stock predictions based on the historical data, predicting what is the next value. In the recommendation system, based on the clickstream data, if you click on few products, what is the next best prediction that we can make that you have a high chance to buy. These are few of the applications of numerical data analysis or machine learning on numerical data. Now I would like to pause here, and if at all anybody has any questions, I would like to take the questions before proceeding to the next slide. Either you can ask them or you can type them in the chat window. I can read out the question and then try to answer that. Looks like there are no questions, then I'll proceed. Now this is an application.
Rajat has some question, I think. He raised his hand over there.
So is someone trying to ask a question? Can you please repeat your question? Okay. Now, what are the applications of image or video related data? This is one application of image or video related data. Look at this. I think you might have heard about this company called Tesla, self-driving autonomous cars. So what is happening that driver is not holding the steering, neither he is applying the brakes. This car is automatically going in the right direction. Basically, there's a video camera attached on top of the car. It takes the video as input, cuts that into images. Now those images are analyzed, and then we tend to predict whether it is a car or a road or a tree. Based on all those predictions, we will move in the direction where there is a high chance for it to be a road. So these cars have high precision, and definitely they are already on the road. This is another example, which is a quite advanced example. These are kind of applications that we tend to imagine when we are imagining machine learning, isn't it? I think some of you might have heard. Some of you might have heard this face detection, or few of you already might have this in your mobile phone. Face detection is another application of machine learning. We take the data, training data. In fact, those who are using face for unlocking, face unlocking mobiles, first you need to train the model, isn't it? They ask you to first give the input data. After that, the model will be trained. Based on that only, next time when you put the face in front of the screen, then only it will open. And this is another application. In fact, it is similar to the previous application that we have seen, predicting whether it's a truck or whether it is a person or whether it is a cycle. All this can be done, and then we will try to avoid all those. In fact, these kind of models can be used for preventing the accidents, okay, for the self-driving cars. This is another application of video and image related data analysis and machine learning. For face recognition uses image as input data. Self-driving cars use video as the input data and then predict which side is the road. Object recognition, it uses images as the input data. What do you mean by image? Image is nothing but it consists of pixels. If you have pixels, take those pixels, which is pixel values, as input data and try to give the prediction. Digit recognition, automatically reading the text from the photos, or you might have seen some of the applications where if you just take a photograph of a particular name sign or name board, you'll be able to directly read the text from it. Digit recognition, here it uses text as the image, or it uses input as a image and gives us the text inside that. These are some of the applications of image and video related data. And what are the applications related to text data? I think usually we get the text data in social networking websites where people tweet about a particular topic or write about a particular topic. Then we can understand those text. Automatically, we can build a model that will predict whether the particular given text is positive or negative, or whether that document belongs to category A or category B. By doing so, once we build this model, we can give millions and millions of text documents and analyze them very quickly. So sentiment analysis is one of the application of text data. Products, when they're being launched, or products, they want to know what people are talking about their product. Sometimes they want to find out what is the sentiment associated or what people are talking about their product. To determine whether people are talking positively or negatively, we can use sentiment analysis. So I'll pause here, and if any one of you have any question, please let me know. Okay, then we will proceed. What I'll do right now is I have just given enough introduction on machine learning and applications. I'll try to show you a demo on machine learning model, how they work, what is the input, how does the output look like. Look at this application. Can somebody tell me what is happening here? Can you tell me what is happening here? What are we trying to do here in this application? It's a live application which is already working. What's happening here? What do you understand from this application? Anybody? Can you guess what is happening here? In this particular application, the number plates. So I got a message which says the number plates are being recorded. Yes, they are being recorded. So basically, we are automatically detecting the number plates. So basically, it's a huge model. In this model, it is first detecting the car or the vehicle. From the vehicle, the number plate is automatically detected. You know what is the use of detecting the number plate? The use can be anything, isn't it? If at all there is a particular vehicle that you are searching, and there are so many CCTV cameras on the highways near the toll booths, if at all you are searching for a particular vehicle, automatically you can raise a red alert. If at all you see a particular car crossing a particular toll booth, number plate being automatically detected. You don't need to employ people. Okay, once you build a model, once you have the CCTV camera attached, it will take care of it. It will raise the alert on its own. It will detect the number plate. Automatically, you can collect the toll. You don't need people to keep there. RFID is already there. You can even make it better. And there are so many things that you can do. But here, this machine learning model can detect the number plate, and how do we use it innovatively is up to us. Okay, and you may have to come up with a good application. If I can detect a number plate, where all I can use it? Maybe I can put it in front of an apartment or a big gated community, and do this screening automatically whenever a car is entering. Only registered cars with these number plates should be entered. Remaining cars have to take another route or something like that. So traffic control, and there are so many such applications that we can think of with just one approach, which will simply determine the number plate. Here in the demo, we will not be able to show you complete number plate detection. At least given the image of a number, the model will try to predict what is the number inside that. So let us see a demo of how to detect a number based on the image given. So this particular window that you see here, this application is known as Python. Okay. So this is known as Python Jupyter Notebook. In this, I'm writing the code. So I'm getting some historical data, 60,000 images of historical data I'm getting. And these are some of the sample images. This is the image of 0, this is the image of 1, this is the image of 3, this is the image of 4. These are just simply some sample images, okay, a few of them. Okay, maybe if I just put this one, this is another one, okay, 10th image is them. So let me get different type of images. These are four more examples of the images. Obviously, there are some distorted images. We cannot expect the data to be perfectly aligned. Then we build the model, we take that data as input, we build the model using this part of the code. This is known as machine learning model. What is machine learning model? It will understand the patterns associated with this number 8, patterns associated with number 6, patterns associated with number 5. Every number from 0 to 9, overall 10 numbers, this machine learning model is trying to understand the patterns associated with each number. In each of the iteration, it is telling us the accuracy. It is trying to learn. Initially, the accuracy is 74%. Then it increased to 91%. So iteration by iteration, it is learning all the patterns. Okay, I think 95% accuracy is good enough for us. Okay, once this machine learning model learns all the pattern, if you give a new image, it will give you the predicted value. So here is the image that I have given 5. Predicted value is 5. Let me give a different image. Let me give a different image. The given image is this one. Predicted value is 1. Given image is 9. Predicted value is 9. I'm trying to get different predicted values. I'm challenging this model. Image is this one, predicted value is 4. Till now, there are no errors by the model because already we have 95% accuracy. Obviously, when we give 20 examples, maybe one example would be wrong. wrongly predicted by the model. Actual value is 6, predicted as 6. Actual value 4, predicted as 4. So we'll see 2, 3 more examples and get over this. Actual value is 1, predicted value is. So this is one example of image recognition, recognizing the digit based on the image. What can be the applications of this? One application is number plate detection. The other application that I have seen is I went to an ATM recently to that bank. The check, you don't need to really go through the branch and put the check in your account. That ATM itself has the check deposit machine where they have this number detection system. Once you put the check on a particular platform, it will automatically scan the check and automatically determine the number and the amount that has been entered, account number, everything. So this way we can automate so many things, and we can make this usual process very much effective. Yeah. Recently in China, to determine who are all the first contacts of the corona victims or people who are in touch with the corona patients, they have used machine learning and face detection to automatically detect where all these people have gone, and indeed where all what are all the first contacts. They could easily identify that. That is the reason why they could come over this corona very easily. That's what one of the theory in one of the news channels. But yeah, I mean, that is also one of the application of machine learning. Now, another application here that I'm showing is object detection. That means this time it's not number detection. We are trying to predict what is the object, or we are trying to give a image as input, and we are getting the predictions. Here I gave this elephant image. It has been predicted by the model as African elephant, tusked Indian elephant. Here I have given the monkey image. It has been predicted as Macau, Patas, Guan. You might think that why it is not predicted as monkey. These are all monkeys, only different types of monkeys, Petas or Guan or Makwa. These are all the, or Macau. These are all the different types of monkeys. In fact, if we give another example, what is there in this object? This has been predicted as mousetrap, hamster, vessel, so basically a rat. You might wonder what is the use of such prediction. What can you use? Okay, the one use is India is a huge farm based country, right? There are so many farmers, and you will be surprised to know these mice, or this small mouse can cause a lot of damage to our farmers. Even these elephants or the monkeys, you cannot employ people to almost always guard the field, okay, and the huge farmlands will be there. If you just arrange CCTV camera, and if you build this model behind that CCTV camera, or it can be a warehouse, okay, you just have a CCTV camera. Whenever there is a mouse, or a small mice seen, you will just uh, flash some red light, or somehow you can create an alert system. Automatically, we'll be able to detect all this. So what I'm trying to say here is these are the models that can do this job. What we may have to come up with is we have to come up with the ideas where we can use these models so that we can make the already existing process better. So these are some of the examples of machine learning the patterns in the data. Next time when the patterns are seen, it will give us the prediction. So I would like to pause here, and I would like to take if you have any questions.
Basically, I want to ask one question, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you said about saw few days back one video how the China in the Wuhan city, how the corona they detected, they have something app on their mobiles and they're doing that with the cameras. Can you elaborate
Hmm.
that? I'm not saw that video particularly, but how exactly they done? Can you tell me with respect to machine learning? I think they use the concept over there.
So basically, what they have done is, I think there is one video on YouTube as well on that. What they
Okay.
have done is, whenever, like, imagine this is the road and there are so many people here, like several people are here on this road. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one the Chinese government, what they have done is, if at all this person who is in the middle, he has been detected with corona 5 or 6 days later.
Hmm.
Let's say next week. Now, this week video that we have, or this is the last week video, but right now we found that this guy has corona. So they have gone back to, and this guy's face, now we know that, and this model will detect once you give an ID to him. This particular model will go back to all the CCTV footages where all he has gone and whomsoever he has met. Let us suppose he has bought some fruits here and then he went to another shop and then he visited something else. So automatically all these people will be getting notification in their mobiles, and then they have to come to a particular center and get the test done, etc., etc. So that is how they have detected. So basically purely based on the face detection algorithm, and by analyzing the historical video data. So whomsoever has been identified with COVID-19, they have looked at his historical video data, which is
Hmm.
publicly available, or at least to the government, it should be available. So they have identified this person from the video, and then the contacts also they have identified.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, it's more like this. This disease is more about containment rather than giving the vaccine. So at least if these people, if we move them to a particular quarantine center or something, at least the disease will be contained. That video you can check online later on
Yeah. Yeah.
how China has used machine learning models to reduce the COVID-19. Yeah, and unfortunately, none of the other country in this world could do that. So this is one live application of machine learning where it is
Hmm.
being used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is feasible in India. Do you think that?
No, it's not possible in India, I think.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
very
it's
careful,
impossible.
sir.
Yeah.
If anybody asks question, then always taking careful also.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I have seen recently seen a video at Denver airport. There is a statue. There is
Hmm.
the animal statue which talks to the people,
Okay.
and also their lip movement is similar to what he's talking.
Hmm.
And also sees if somebody goes with a tray, he also spots out that it is a tray and pulls a joke on that. And
Right.
also he moves the eyes according to where people goes. He's just tracking it and replying what the other people say. How that has been done.
Hmm. So basically, that is a combination of machine learning, and there is another technology called Internet of Things, which is like it uses sensor data. So light sensors will be there, or sound sensors will be there. Those sensors also can be used. So the lip movement and the eye movement, they are connected to the sensor data. If you are 5 feet away, then the sensor will detect it. If you are 10 feet away, then the sensors will try to find out. And even sound sensors are there, light sensors. I think you know all this, right? Like automatically, sometimes if you enter a room, light will be switched on. Movement
Yes,
sensors.
yes,
So using
yes.
those sensors plus the data, okay, the object
and
detection and
and
all that.
and yeah, but he also like reads the face of the people and tells that the person is sad or he is happy. How that is like shocking kind of.
Yeah, so basically, if you take historical data of 1 million people and all the sad faces, all the happy faces, and train the model, and if the model finds the patterns in future, similar patterns, then it will be able to predict that accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Now that is machine learning. Now we'll discuss another connected topic, which is known as artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is similar to machine learning. So till now the process is we have some historical data which is known as training data. We build a model on it. The model will identify the patterns, okay, and then give us the predictions. If new data is coming here and if the pattern is found, it will say this is class 1 or class 2 or particular type. For example, we have trained around 60,000 images, and when we give a new image, let's say image is 7, then the model will detect the pattern and predict that as this image is 7. This is known as machine learning model. Now, machine learning models are static. They will not improve. Once we build the model, right now 95% is the accuracy, and every time it will be 95% only. Okay, it will not improve over the period of time. Whereas, think about this. So these are machine learning models which are one-way models. If at all we are giving the image of a 7 number, but machine learning model has wrongly predicted as image 6. We have given number 7 but wrongly predicted as image 6. What we tend to do is we take this image and we take this prediction and give the feedback, which means what is the feedback? I'll add this image again to the training data around 100 times. I'll add the same image to the training data. Again I retrain the model, or again I rebuild the model. So the same image which was wrongly predicted, I'll add it 100 times and rebuild the model. What do I expect? I expect the model to learn at least rightly this pattern. Next time when 7 comes, the model, there is a high likelihood that it will not predict it as 6, it will predict it as 7. So if we keep on doing this over a period of time, the model will get perfect. So for an external user, it looks like this is artificial intelligence. How come the model is getting better and better? Last time it was doing a mistake, but it is getting better and better. That is known as AI, artificial intelligence. It is machine learning plus feedback loop. One perfect example of this is all of you use YouTube on your mobile, isn't it? Mobile or new system. If you if we keep on pressing some type of topics, that is considered as feedback to the models. So basically what do the models do? The model predicts something and tells you that you are going to watch this video. It will give you 5 videos and or 6 videos. That is the basic prediction. That's the machine learning model. It thinks that you will predict based on your location, based on your gender, based on your profile details, based on all these details, it will try to predict you are going to watch these 6 videos. If you click on this video, that means you are giving a feedback to the model saying you like this type of content. That will go as feedback, and more of these videos will come later on. If you do not click, if you just scroll down, that means it is given as feedback again. This video you are not interested, next time you will not get such kind of videos. Now if you keep on doing it for 3 months or 4 months, you will get YouTube feed almost nearly reading your mind, isn't it? Almost it looks like whatever we are thinking, it is showing to us. So that is an example of AI, artificial intelligence, where you have machine learning model and a feedback loop that is attached to it. Machine learning model, feedback loop. If you keep on giving feedback, model gets better and better. In some of the applications like Google Maps, they ask you directly for the feedback. In Google Maps, I don't know whether you have read that message or not. Sometimes you will get one message saying we want human feedback. We want humans to tell us what is there a sharp right turn there, is there a sharp left turn there. Those who are using Google extensively, Google Maps, they might be getting these messages about a particular place. Can you give us feedback and all that? Why they want the feedback from us? Because they want to make the model better and better. So AI is nothing but machine learning model only. That means understanding the patterns in the data only, but we will do it continuously as a continuous process. Machine learning model plus feedback loop is known as artificial intelligence. So basically, what do? We train the model, we get the predictions, give the feedback, update the model, get the prediction, give the feedback. We keep on repeating this. This way, the model also gets better and better. This is known as artificial intelligence. Sometimes we collect direct feedback, sometimes we collect indirect feedback. Based on what you click, if I am taking the input from you, that is indirect feedback. Sometimes Google Maps directly they ask us for the feedback, that is a direct feedback. Now, if you want to learn machine learning or what kind of background is required to become a machine learning expert, first of all, anybody can learn machine learning. Only thing is that for some people it will take maybe 1 year or 2 years, or for some others it may take 2 or 3 years, but everybody can learn machine learning. The basics of mathematics, statistics, coding skills, data management, these are all trainable skills. Okay, it's not that if we do not have this background we will not be able to learn ever. Mathematics and bit of statistics, bit of mathematics, all of us know. Okay, just that the technical jargons we may not know. So even the coding, a bit of coding, so database management, data analytics, these are some of the skills that we should have. Or if we think about it carefully, if you want to know exactly what techniques are required, data visualization, insights preparation, basic statistics, advanced analytics, database management, data blending. These are certain industry techniques that we need to know to become a machine learning expert. If you want to enter this field of machine learning, artificial intelligence, which is kind of booming right now, okay, the tools and softwares that you should be aware of is one of the most widely used tool is Python. R is also most widely used. Excel, Tableau, ClickView are presentation tools. Those are also good to have. I think Excel, everyone must have knowledge in that. Some database tools like SQL, MySQL, these are also good tools to have. But the one tool that you must learn, if you ask me, that should be Python. So these are the skills and softwares that are required to become a machine learning expert. Finally, what are the topics to focus on when you are machine learning? Maybe if at all there are topics like neural network, computer vision or AI papers, maybe you can attend those, you can take those papers. Statistical model building, machine learning algorithm, or educational background, CSC. I would say anybody can become a machine learning expert. Only thing is that if we are from a particular certain type of educational background, maybe there is an advantage, but that doesn't mean that the others can never enter that. Yeah. Only we should have mathematical appetite or intuition, that is sufficient. So that is it with our program. Finally, I would like to take any further questions or discussion or any of the doubts that you have. We can discuss on those.
Anyone has any doubts? Please ask. One more question from my side only, Venkat sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically first session only, first part only, you talk about debit card, credit card, all this stuff, right?
Right.
So in that question paper, in that case, right, the current situation is different, right? This is not a normal situation now. Now you thought about while taking the loan from the bank and the data, how the data the bankers now going to take, because situation is different now.
Right.
This is not a normal situation now. In that case, how the machine learning can be used over there in that particular arena now?
So this kind of situation is an exception. That is true. So they will take the first estimate from the machine learning model, what is the risk associated with the person, and then on top of it, there will be some judgmental calls taken. Okay, it will not be, as you rightly pointed out, we should not directly leave it on to the credit score or something, since the situation is different. On top of the machine learning model, it will not be completely automated. There will be some, judgmental or manual decision will be taken on top of that.
Okay, okay. And what exactly the future perspective? What you can say about the now with respect to this the people says or industry says or many people now job cut-offs, recession is people thinking about in that particular way now. Now, what do you think
Right.
about this? Will be survive in future with respect to machine learning AI?
Mm.
What do you
Right.
think
I
about
mean,
of this?
immediate future, like because of the corona and all that, or recession, that will definitely anyway have impact. But what I feel is AI has a lot of future, because I think a lot of people agree with that as well, because there are so many processes. You think of anything in your daily life that can be improved. I mean, as simple as every day we go to a restaurant and order something, or every day whenever we open a system or operating system, we do a certain type of task. Imagine every day morning I open my system, I check my email, I check my calendar, and then I write replies to email, I set reminders. Let us suppose those are the 5 or 6 tasks. Every day I do that. Why can't my operating system pick that automatically and then make them ready for me? So you will have smart operating systems. The examples that another student has given, right, like talking to people, the humanoid robots, a lot of human helping robots will be there, domestic robots that will help us in cleaning the house. I mean, robot not necessarily in a human form. I mean, I think some of you might have already heard about it, right? A robot that cleans our house automatically. Or if you go to Singapore airport, you will find these robots automatically cleaning the fourth floor. So like that, like general life, regular life will be improved greatly with just a simple investment, and these powerful models will take care of it automatically.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, anybody want to ask some questions?
Uh, Hello, sir. Sir, can I ask?
yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I have a question regarding the career thing. So the if the AI and machine learning is introduced, the future careers of everyone will be only building algorithms in machine learning technology, or it will be something else.
I think connected to this or related to this, connected fields also will improve. Like machine learning is the software part of it, the hardware part of it, or that will also be improved. Yes, some of the jobs might go away, which are regular jobs, and a lot of new jobs. If one job is going away, around 10 jobs will be created because of the AI machines, artificial
So, but
intelligence.
so every so if you are building algorithms, then there is a human intervention also, no, in the building algorithms,
Mhm. True,
because
true.
there
It
will
has
be
to be mixed. Yeah, it will be both
there will
human.
be different human brains. Like
Right. Yes.
everyone will not think the same way for the same solution. Everyone will have a
Right.
different approach. So the algorithms will be also different. So the same
Right.
recently in the TikTok also it has happened that the way the YouTube handles the content, that way the TikTok doesn't handle. Like TikTok somehow indirectly tries to promote the negative content. So
Oh.
what are your take on this?
So there are positives and negatives in this. As of now, let us focus on the positive aspects of it. So I see AI application in this way. You just look around and think what are the processes that can be improved. Let's say if I just see outside my window, somebody is painting a wall. I have a strong feeling that, and he is in a huge risk. He's on the fifth floor, he is hanging, and he is painting a wall from outside. But I'm very sure after 10 years, there will not be a human who will be painting that. It will be a simple AI robot. Okay. First, it will take the dimensions and everything. It will take half an hour to measure everything. After that, within one day, it will paint the whole apartment in one shot. So these are some of the applications that I'm talking about, where AI will come into the picture. Or our car right now is everything is manual. Okay, we have to park it carefully every time, reversing and all that. Next time onwards, you will have so many controls in our car that all that we need to do is just control the speed. The parking will be taken care by car automatically. I think already that is there in some of the cars right now, but it is high end. But in future, those kind of high end features will be very easily available and accessible. Or good doctor is very rare. Uh, or experienced doctor who can go through lots and lots of documents and find out what exactly is the disease. Okay, very few doctors do that. They just look at or hear our symptoms and try to give us the tablets. Future will be that whenever we are doing a blood test or from the childhood, if we save all our records, if we supply it to a particular AI model, it will go through all the blood test reports from your childhood, all the reports, all the medication that I mean, these are all can be digitized, isn't it? This information. In fact, if you go to certain hospitals, they will automatically send the lab reports. If you go to Apollo or Manipal, they will automatically send the reports to your, email or somewhere. Okay. Once you
So
have
then,
all these, yeah,
so can I tell something?
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So then, according to your statement, it will be like that the R&D department has to just involve in finding a new problem then, because
Yes,
what
that's the
basically
thing.
machine learning, what
Hmm.
basically machine learning will do, that it will do an analysis on a given sample, but there are some
Right,
samples which are also not given.
correct. Yeah. So as a R&D team or as a human, what we need to think is we need to innovatively, creatively think where it can be applied. That is the reason why there is a huge boom of startups. If somebody is there with an idea that, hey, I can do this better, then he will be given a lot of importance, isn't it? Solving the problem is not an issue. Problem is solved already by machine learning. What is the problem? Identify the problem. So when you step out of this room, identify the problem and ask yourself, how can I improve this? There's a drainage problem. Can that be improved or not? Can there be a mathematical model that will automatically find out the best route? Or wherever there are leakages, wherever there are holes, or wherever there are blockages, if we have a model, a sensor-based model, it will automatically detect the blockages before it becomes too much. These kind of things. Okay. Recently, one accident happened in Vizag. I don't know whether you know this or not. One of the company they have opened a gas
Yeah,
cylinder or
yes.
something. Yes, and suddenly a lot of
Yes,
people
yes.
were under threat. Anybody heard this news? 2 weeks back, it happened in Vizag. There was one gas plant that happened opened at, it's something like Bhopal at a lower
Yeah,
intensity.
something similar.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So why can't we put a lot of sensors? Automatically, there is a model that will predict if the air quality is good or if it is choking. Automatically, it will run a siren. These are the things that I'm saying. Everything can be improved. Only thing is, if we have historical data, if we have a pattern in it, find the pattern. Next time when the pattern comes, just make that or create an alert for it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, anyone has a question?
Okay then. So if there are no questions, we can close it here. So,
Yeah.
So, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, one
please
more
go.
question, I think.
Yes, sir.
So you said that we only have to give the historical data, correct? To the
Right.
this thing.
Correct.
Yeah, then how will come to know whatever data will give, because data verification also has to be done right before
Right.
giving. Otherwise, if you
Right.
give wrong data, it will build a wrong algorithm, and then everything will happen wrong.
Right. So data has to be correct. That I agree to that.
No, because there is a possibility that deliberately some wrong data can be given.
Right. So what we do is we will not just build the model and directly use it. Okay. We do something called testing of the model. For example, if I talk about that painting robot, okay, we will not directly build that model and directly give it to robot and make it paint. We will test it thoroughly. So that Tesla car that you have seen, right? That self-driving car example that we have seen earlier. So that one, there was, numerous tests that were, done before making this one. This is actually, one of the live applications, right? So obviously, if you would have given wrong data, then it will build a wrong model. Then it might go in wrong direction. It might meet with accidents and all. So there will be a lot of testing done. Not only testing, during this implementation phase, if there are any bugs found, it will be improved also. So what is artificial intelligence? It is building the model part one only. If at all there are any errors that are happening, we have to give it feedback, then it will improve. If at all you think that this model has given us wrong prediction, then we have to give it feedback. Then the model will try to adjust and then re predict in the right manner later on.